Good. No good. That's a nail.
That's a nail.
That's a nail.
This shower would definitely fail.
This shower would definitely fail.
This is all done wrong. This guy built the hell out of this curb, guys, as you can see. Okay, guys, you can see the coverage we got on these tiles. Pretty good, huh? Definitely use a 1/2 inch trowel, spot on here. A couple other spots, so using a 1/2 inch trowel and dabbing where he needs to. Now, it's not a problem if you got a bill up here and there. If as long as you not use a notch out of trowel and you collapse it and you get, you know, these ridges are collapsed at least somewhat more than this, at least halfway or better, then you'll be alright. But he's definitely adding a lot of thin set, whatnot, so these walls are probably out. But just to go show you how this is all done wrong. Alright guys, so I just want to show you what's going on here. This guy built the hell out of this curb to make the tile, and you can see by the tile, this stuff is not stuck for nothing. See guys, you can't go too thick with your thin set. If you're going to go thick, you got to do a large format mortar that's good up to 3/4, okay? Even then, you don't really want to build more than like 3/8 or 1/2 inch. After that, I mean, you're pushing it to its limits. So regular thin set's only good for 1/4 inch. Large format's good for 3/4. So, you know, more than that, you might as well just do mud, thin set the thing down. So thin set, you can just screw it out with mud, let it dry, or you can wet set it. You just have mud will allow you to go thicker. And I pay for when you go down to 3/8 if you want. So I've done that like in a niche, say the tile lands a little bit high. I'll fill that with mud, let it dry, and then tile it. So that's what we're doing right now. Guys, as you can see, that's a nail. Right here. Nail in the curb to put down the cement boards. This shower would definitely fail. And we got the liner behind that, no outside corners. So definitely a failure here, without a doubt. This shower would have failed. How long? Don't know, but nail through the liner, no good. Okay, this shower. Okay, guys, this shower is completely demoed out. Everything is swept, vacuumed, good to go. Gonna have to make some adjustments with the framing here on this side, whatnot, clean this thing up. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in once again. Donnie D back at you. So today I'm just going to talk about this shower here and what I came to find. So the client found me online, like my reviews. I went out to see the job, and what happened was he had a tile store that was doing work for him for a while, for on and off for years, and you know, he had no problems with it. But once he this was actually his own home, and this client was a builder. I just had this guy doing tile work for him for a while. But you guys got to remember that are out there watching this right now, just because someone's been doing it for a while, if they're not staying up to date with their modern techniques and whatnot, you know, there's more than likely going to be a chance that they're not doing things correctly. Not always the case, but could be the case. So, you know, he had this guy come in, and he trusts him. He was using him for years, but you know, he realized once he built this shower, as he was doing it, he was really keeping an eye on me. He's seen a few things going wrong. So the shower was almost done. There was a little bit more tile work there, and it wasn't grouted yet. And he did some research online, and he realized that nothing here was done correctly. And I'm really happy that he did his research and he looked things up and he found that it wasn't done correctly, and I was able to come there and redo the shower. Unfortunately, you know, he had to spend some money on paying that contractor and all this tile and all this materials. He did lose some time and money with that, but at least he didn't have the shower in operation for you know, weeks or months and notice, you know, a major leak and causing, you know, bigger problems in the future. So I'm really happy this worked out. I was able to help this client. But anyway, that said, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what this shower was like, what it was built. So this is in a condo. One of the walls are 5/8. That really doesn't matter, but the shower is built out of cement board, which is fine. And then it uses red guard over it, which is fine, but you know, doing liquid waterproofing by itself over any type of cement board, the thickness of the material needs to be exactly correct within a tolerance. And red guard is one of those products that you have to put on a little bit thicker than others, so it's important that it's done correctly. So we'll start from the top down. All right, so waterproofing wasn't done correctly on the walls. The tile was set with regular setting materials, not a large format setting material for the large format tile here. Then there was spot bonding, meaning you know, he troweled the walls whatever size notch he was using. He was using a 1/2-inch trowel here, and you take dabs or cookies, spots, whatever term you want to use, to put on the back of the tile and then set it to get them flat. You don't want to do that. You're exceeding the mortar thickness, and you can see in the video there that you know, nothing was bonded properly. So this, that, and the other thing was wrong. So besides that, they did do a PVC liner that was a pre-slope using a foam material, which works fine, but there was no outside corners on the curb to fix that. There was nails through the curb. I mean, what happens is you get a lot of leaks there at the outside corner where the curb meets the wall, so it's a critical spot, and it wasn't addressed. They just kind of cut the liner right there, went over the curb, and it came straight up the wall, so that would be a future leak for sure. Then they put cement board on the curb and then nailed it through the liner. And then once they were done with all that, they built up a thin set of lot to do the tile work, which I see a lot, which is really not the best way to go. And they put red guard over the whole base of the shower on a 3-piece string, so it's hard to tie the waterproofing in it. But the big problem is that when you do liquid over a mortar bed that's over a PVC liner, you create a mold sandwich, okay? So let's say the water got through the top layer of waterproofing and sitting in the mud, which is 2 inches thick or more. Now it has nowhere to go, so it's going to create mold because the water can't dry out. So you really just want to have one or the other, and the new modern techniques are just topical waterproofing, which you would just use a liquid on top of the mortar bed, and that's it. Don't use any type of liner. So if he did that, everything would have been fine, but he didn't. Nails through the curve, through the liner. Nothing was done correctly with the liner, and then he put topical waterproofing over everything, which is not recommended when you use the traditional PVC liner method. So I hope this helps, and that's what I got for you today. Thanks for tuning into the video. Donnie D signing off.